Hello Capricorn, welcome to Thoughtful Tarot. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to do a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. I'm going to begin the reading by taking some oracle cards, and then I'll finish off with, going to turn the camera down and finish off with some tarot. So I'm going to turn the camera down onto the cards for the last part of the reading. So hope everybody's keeping well. I hope everybody's having a good lunar eclipse experience, or a following on from lunar eclipse experience. Let me know in the messages if you got anything interesting to relay about that experience, how it was for you. So the first card I'm going to take is from the Angels of Atlantis deck, and we have Angel Uriel with abundance. That's a really good start. We know abundance can be it takes many forms. It's not just about wealth, although wealth is good as well. But abundance can be about just feeling happy, dealing with whatever comes along. So abundance can be that feeling of nothing getting you down, basically. Just the ability to deal with whatever comes along in a way that that's balanced and lacking in resentment or bitterness, just dealing with it as part of life. And for feeling that this has got something to do with this reading. Itchy nose, really itchy nose. Okay, so I'm going to take a card from this Mushroom Spirit deck. I'm going to take a few oracle cards. Okay. So this is stomach rumbling. Red Cage with Rapture. Was it Capture? It's Capture. Well, with Cage, I suppose that makes sense. So yes, Red Cage with Capture. So whatever happens, whatever comes along, whatever we have to deal with in our life, and everybody has to deal with something. Nobody gets away with everything. Whatever comes along, capture the essence of how you deal with it. So by that, I mean, it could even, if you use the picture of capturing a photo shot of a situation, that's a kind of pivoting point from where you go from being one type of person to another because of the experience you're having. And as a spiritual being, which everybody is, but as a spiritual being who's aware of being a spiritual being, take this as a pivotal point from which you can really springboard into a different kind of existence. I'm going to use the analogy of my own experience from doing Pilates. I do Pilates once a week, and I've been doing it now. I've always exercised, but I found this fantastic Pilates teacher, and I've been doing it with her and a group of people for about 18 months now. And it's only as time has gone on and as we've been doing the exercises that I've become aware of parts of me that had shut down completely. And I'm only aware of it because they're now waking up, and connections between the muscles in my back connecting to, as part of my core, and the ability to be able to push myself up from the floor, from a lying down position, like just one press up, pushing up from the floor. I found that to be very difficult, even though I'm really strong, legs and arms. It's that connection that was lacking, and I've only become aware of it as I've started to feel the muscles. So from a spiritual point of view, these things that come up that we have to deal with do the same thing. They waken parts of us that we don't realise are asleep. And by doing that, we can then start a journey towards becoming stronger in every part of our lives. So that capture is capturing that pivotal point where you suddenly realise that there's something within you that you weren't aware of. A strength, a weakness that can become a strength. So much we don't realise, so much that we don't, so much that we're not aware of, that when we become aware of, we think it's just completely life-changing. I hope I'm making sense. I'm making sense to myself, but I hope I'm making sense to you, Capricorn. Okay, so I'm going to take another oracle card. I'm going to take it from this Shaman's Dream oracle. Here we go. And we have Winter's Dream, gestation period. So again, this is a time when we may have gone through recently or a long time ago where something shut down, something within us shut down. I think for me, I had an accident years ago, many years ago now, and it's been a very slow. I'm healthy, I'm fit and healthy, don't get me wrong, but it's over time of doing things that I realise that from that accident, it's taken a lot of work to get things flowing and moving and connecting together as like my body should be doing, as everybody's body should be doing. Everybody's body. So this is like a gestation period for, it could be, it's like a time where we go like a butterfly, a moth goes through like a period before it becomes, it goes from being a caterpillar to a moth or a caterpillar to a butterfly. That gestation period where things are changing within. So over a period of time, with me, my body over the last 18 months with this great Pilates teacher I've been seeing has started to change. And it doesn't change overnight. It's like a period of time where things gradually start to get back into balance. Muscles gradually start to come back online. And then things that couldn't improve can, because of that connection. Sometimes you can do all the exercise in the world and it won't work because there's connections aren't being made. So this makes me think here that this is emotionally as well. found that really difficult to say. Emotionally, and physically, because physical and emotion, it's all part of who we are. It's all part of our existence. So it's all connected. So mental, physical, emotional. So it's kind of making me think that at this time there's a chance to, because things have been changing within without us realising it, and getting to the point where we can give birth to something or suddenly become something. And I think it's probably going to take us by surprise, or take you by surprise, Capricorn, because you didn't realise that this was going on, maybe, and you're suddenly going to find yourself in being able to do things, say things, create things, move forward in a way that you've been working on yourself, and then suddenly a breakthrough. And this card's asking you to capture this and see it, so that you can do it again and again and again in whatever circumstance comes up. I feel like I'm rambling a bit, but I hope it's making sense for you. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? What do you want to take? One more from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then I'll turn the camera down. Okay, so for Capricorn, chop wood. So this is what's been happening while you've been chopping wood, living like getting on with day-to-day life. Things have been gestating. Something big is about to appear. You're about to become a butterfly or a moth, or what's that other one called? The one Richard Rudd uses as an example. I can't think. Dragonfly. Yeah. Dragonflies live under the water, and then one day they just climb up the stalk of a plant and spread out wings and fly. So something good is about to happen, and it's all been happening inside you while you've been chopping wood. Connections have been made, things have been happening, and you're about to see something really good. Abundance. So let's turn this camera down and I'll do some tarot. I'll turn this off while I do it. Okay, I think that's all visible. So I'm going to take 4 tarot cards from the Rider-Waite deck. There's one. We have the 5 of Pentacles. There's another. We have Justice. The Magician. Right, one more please, one more. Let's try it again. There we go. King of Swords. So, I think there's been a period of lack. People have been experiencing this period of lack, but it's something that is it's the perspective that it's being looked at from. You know, there's light and warmth here in this area. Changing your perspective can change everything. Certainly with regard to what's going on here with these lovely cards. And capture, when this change happens, capture it, notice it. Notice how a change of perspective can be pivotal in changing everything else. Justice, it's find balance. Realise that you're the magician in creating your own life, creating what goes on. And the King of Swords, can we see them? Yeah. The King of Swords is using, having a strategical approach. Is that right? The right word? Yeah, it's using strategy to, along with magic, to find balance, to get rid of this feeling, this perspective of lack, and realising that it's a process. To get what we want, it's a process. To get to this period of gestation, it's a process where we want something, but we can't get it until we're vibrating at the same vibration, the same frequency as it. So this gestation period is a time where you have to change this perspective, find a balanced outlook, realise you're a magician, you can create what you need to create, and then using the King of Swords, wisdom, intelligence, organised ability to go through a process whereby you raise your vibration to match the frequency of the thing that you want. And it's all here for you, Capricorn. It's all going on in the background. You just need to click onto it, make the connection between two things, or however many things, to get that energy to flow. Connect the two vibrations, connect those two vibrations of where you are and what you want. Make them connect, and then it will flow for you. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.